Hey everybody, welcome back to Silent Hill 2. Last time, we entered this town searching for our late wife Mary, who we believe is alive for some reason. Yeah, not exactly sure why James thought it would be a good idea, but we've came here anyway, and we've discovered something horrible is happening. Nobody is alive anymore. Everyone we've seen is this freaking walking, vomiting demon thing, and now we're inside an apartment building, and we're gonna explore more of the town and find out if we can see if we can find out, that's the correct way to say that phrase, what's going on. So, that's what we're gonna do this time. To start, we got a map here. Woodside Apartments, first floor. Got a map of the apartment building. In the original version of the game, that says, I got a map of the apt build. Kind of funny. So yeah, this is a whole big area that has its own map screen. Got rooms 101 to 104 over there, 105, 106, 107, and something out there. Not really clear what it is, but we can find out. Or not. Let's start by going up the stairs. It's the only place we can go. Alright, what is with those shadows? What is with that? What is with that? That is weird. That's a little bug. Step through this door. Uh-oh. Static. And footsteps. Let's go the way those aren't for now. Is the camera behind James? Oh, it's too dark to read the map. You have to stand under the light to read the map in this area, which is a pretty cool detail. Rooms 201 and 202 are down here. We may as well start here. It's locked. It's covered in concrete. Nice. It's locked. Prepare for this. Silent Hill has a lot of locked doors in it. Oh boy, we're getting closer and closer to whatever this thing is. Yep, it's just another one of those guys. Let's check out this laundry room first, before we get onto that. Got a little trash chute here. There's a trash chute. There's some kind of strange garbage stuck in the hole. Can't read the sign on the wall, can't do anything else here, but I guess we'll have to remember the garbage chute since it did have a big fancy render. Alright, let's kill this thing. Get the radio noise out of here. Pow! Pow! Bounce! Bounce! Just like how my weapon is bouncing off of you. Come on, kick it! Kick it, James! James, kick it, James! 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 Come on! You know how to use your legs, I should hope. Okay, that one didn't need usage of legs, I guess. It looks like the lock is broken. I can't open it. If I check the map real quick. After moving to the bright spot first, we can see the 202 door that just said it's locked is marked with that little line, and that one is marked with the squiggle. That means I can't go there. If a door says the lock is broken, you can't open it, you can never open that door. If a door just says it's locked, you will be able to open it eventually. So keep an eye out. That door's covered in concrete. This whole place is just dark. Oh, we can go in here, though. Where's this? There's a metal cage here. Looks like a door to this room? What is this room? Storage closet, maybe? Can't open it. Hello? Flashlight. Inside a mannequin. Wearing an outfit we know very well. Or at least James does. You got the flashlight. Surprise, enemy! I like that little fake out. This is a new enemy. I think these guys are known as mannequin legs. They'll kick you if you get close to them, otherwise you take them out the exact same way as the first guys. I think these guys are honestly easier just because they don't have that ranged vomit attack, and they don't crawl along the floor when you down them. That is a very creepy design, though. I love that. Got more mannequin parts back here, which the enemy is supposedly made out of. There's a note with a cutout magazine article attached to it. There's a title written on the front side. Searching for another conclusion. Oh, I'm gonna skip over this because this is ordinarily not here. Let's not see that. Actually, I guess, yeah, never mind. Let's read it. Choosing death. Ordinarily, you can't read this on a first playthrough. So just keep this in mind. When life is filled with nothing but despair, some people choose to end it all. I once chose that path for myself as well. At the time, I felt that I had no other choices. After I made my decision, it became the only thing binding me to this world. Sometimes I would cry to myself while thinking of the past, but mostly all I did was plan over and over again how and when I was going to kill myself. I did stupid, dangerous things. I figured it didn't matter since I was going to die anyway, so I went out of my way to invite disaster. I stopped talking to people, and it didn't bother me even when friendships grew distant. Okay. Nothing that looks to be of use. That'll make more sense another time. That, book we read. Oh, I have bloody footprints here. I'm guessing from the blood of the enemy I just killed. Well, now we have the flashlight. Not only can we read the map anywhere in the hallways, thank God that isn't actually a full-on feature, but now, there is somewhere else where you needed this flashlight, which I'll show a later time. For now, I am exploring this direction, so I guess let's keep going. Got an enemy in this room, off the screen. Oh, that's one nice thing about the camera. It likes to obscure enemies from you. Boom. I was gonna say, that should be the last hit. There we go. I think the amount of hits it takes to down them is random, though. I think the damage you deal is random, effectively. Lots of cupboards are open. Nothing inside them, though. This place doesn't look like it had a lot of people living here. And it still doesn't right now, which makes sense. Hi, okay, you're waiting in a little closet. So these mannequin legs, they freeze up by default. That's their default position. And while they're in that state, they do not cause static to come out of the radio. So they can kind of hide like that. Down you go. Yeah, I was hiding in this room. And then it just came out in full force like that. Can I read that? There's a newspaper on the ground, but there's nothing interesting written in it. No news about this situation that's happening to the town? Nothing? There's a door on the ground. Makes sense. Those doors are blasted off their hinges. Nothing over here. Nothing in that closet. There are 2 extra rooms. Wow, this is a 2-bathroom apartment. That's cool. There's nothing to do here. Are you sure about that, James? Are you sure? Handgun bullets. Would be great to have a gun to put those bullets into. Just saying. Okay, these 2 guys. Fortunately, this first one's gonna be taken away from the other easily. Not like it would have mattered. This is a very small corridor, so I don't think the other enemy would have been able to reach me. Even if they were aggroed at the same time. Get back here. Get back. Get back. Gotcha. Okay. We're still doing fine. Let's have a little drink. That's all we needed. Just a little perk up. A little caffeine boost. Hi there. I see you. I see you. You think you're slick? How? Now if we keep going. Lock is broken. Lock is broken. Can't do anything else in this hallway. So let's go back down to the first hallway. Or the first turn that I didn't take. Recenter the camera so you guys can see what's ahead of me, so you're not like, wait, are you running into something? Well, in this case, I would have been, so probably a good thing I turned the camera. Come on. Get back up. Up and at him. Up and at him. Oh my god. You just moved out of the way in time. You little shiz. Okay, fine. You know what? If you really want to crawl along on the floors, who am I to stop you? I'll just move on. Lock is broken. Just went past this door for some reason. Lock is broken! Get used to seeing that message. Got some iron bars here. Why are these built here? Why are these up in the middle of an apartment building? Room 208 is open, though. Got some music playing in here, some ambience. Otherwise, it's silent. But this room's special, apparently. A television. There's nothing unusual about it. You say so, buddy. This corner, we have nothing. One thing to pay attention for is James looking down at stuff. Ordinarily, he faces straight forwards, but if there's an item, he will turn his head to look at it, which is the indicator that it's there. Whoa, hello, okay. Lots of camera angles we have here. And that makes sense, because there is a pretty important thing in this room. If you don't have the flashlight and you enter this room, James will claim it is too dark to read the clock, even to read this text on the clock, even though you can still very clearly see the text on the clock. It's very strange. The scars from the past shall remove the nail that stops time. Will I push the clock? No matter how hard I push, it doesn't move. It's like it's stuck to the ground. Well, that's strange. We take a look. The clock is stopped at 10:27 and 15 seconds. The faceplate is closed. It is locked. I can't touch the needles of the clock like this. On the wall back here, what's this? Henry, Mildred, Scott. And a scar in the wall next to them, or some kind of scratch. It's not really a scar. Would it be a scar if it was like a scratch embedded in a wall somewhere? I guess it kind of works. This note must have been from the person who lived here. 3 needles stand of 3 different heights, the fat, the tall, and the thin. From slow to fast they move to the right. Scott rests on not on 3, but 15. Man, someone here was very interested in clocks, can I just say. They even wrote a whole poem about how clocks work. Alright. Well, I don't know what's going on there, so I think I'll just leave that room and come back to it later. Where else haven't we been? Do we have any new items that I've forgotten about? No? Okay. I guess we haven't tried going to the 3rd floor of the apartments. So let's exit and try that. Yeah, we haven't tried going up the stairs 1 more flight, so... Or I guess 2 more flights. I think that's how you would quantify a flight. What's that? Someone's dragging something made of metal, and the game seems very concerned about it. Don't worry yourself, game. Ooh. Yeah, see, he's turning his head down to this key behind the bars. There's a key on the ground on the other side of the bars. If I stretch my arm out, I just might be able to reach it. Of course I'll pick it up.
Ow! Hey, wait! Damn it.
I can't reach it now, no matter how far I stretch. But who's that kid? Good question. That's like the first living soul we've seen in this entire town. Aside from the girl in the graveyard, but she wasn't really in the town, necessarily. Let me refocus camera. There we go. Okay, those aren't messages on the walls, they're just splotches. 302's lock is broken. And lock is broken. No! You can go into this one. Nice! Okay. This place looks disrepaired as hell. Looks like Swiss cheese. Someone shot this place up. Holy shit! Look at all the freaking bullet casings on the floor. James is looking to the center of the room. I noticed that. And in the middle we have... the average American shopping cart. Got the handgun. Finally. Now that we have a gun, combat is going to be extremely easy from this point onwards. With a ranged moveset or the ranged attack on your side, the enemies are even less trouble than they are normally. The scares come from more their, like, deformed shapes and wondering what the hell they are than actually fighting them. And I like that fine enough. The wall is pockmarked with gunshots. Pockmarked? That's not a word I hear very commonly. In fact, I didn't even know it was a word until I played this game, so yeah, I really don't hear it commonly. Out here we are. Out here we go, I mean. Okay, the rest of this area is inaccessible. There's bars to the left. We have a gun now, but we can't go anywhere else here. So I guess we'll just... I don't know. I guess we'll just backtrack. Not sure exactly what to do here. Heavy Piper, that almost looks like it says. Well, I guess while we're in the lobby area, we can backtrack down to the bottom and go save. No, this isn't a health drink. Every single time I pass by this bottle of booze, I think it's a health drink. It's not. Unfortunate. Red paper, please remember my progress. Gonna make a new save file for the new video, and then I'm going to delete this first one because I don't need it anymore. It is really okay. Is it really okay? Are you sure it's okay for me to delete your save file? I'm glad the games check on that, though, because you could always press the key accidentally. It's good design to have a confirmation window like that. Okay, well, the curious thing is, there are locked doors over here that we will be able to open eventually. I don't know what this big blob of a room is over here, but we'll find out. But otherwise, there's really nowhere else to go. Maybe we can mess with the clock more? What was that? Some kind of noise north of here. Came from this hallway. The hallway with the clock. The clock room, I mean. Just gonna... You're still there? Yep. Okay, just stay right there, don't move ever again, and I'll be happy. In this room, there is now a dead body.
Oh my god. Who could have...
How was he killed exactly? It looks like he was killed in the chair, and then the chair was dragged over the TV. It's like it was set up deliberately. And I guess he knocked his head, someone bashed his head into the TV with the bloodstain there. Now, something I didn't realize on my first run of this game, this body is James. It looks exactly like him, at the very least. It has the same hair, though I guess not quite the same blonde color. But yeah, and in addition, all of the bodies out in Silent Hill also resemble James. While you ponder on that mindfuck, here's the key to room 202. Let's go. It only spawns in here once this scene triggers. You have to go pick up the gun first. It's gone. You have to find the gun first, and then this moment will happen. Oh yeah, when you're in a hallway like this, the camera button will immediately center to the other side. Which is very nice. And then it'll undo all of my hard work. Yeah, pressing a button, hard work, exactly. Hi there. You're the first enemy that I get to try my new toy on. Pow, pow, pow. They get knocked down all the same. You have to kick them to kill them, or else they'll take about 1 million more shots before they die off for good. Here's room 202. Let's go inside. Wow. It's almost like every room we go into is more disrepaired than the last. What the hell is happening in this freaking town? Reloading usually has to be done through the menu. I don't know if there's a special reload button, but if you run out of bullets while shooting, James will reload the gun automatically, but it will take time. So it's better to do it in the menu if you can. And that means you have to remember how many bullets you have in the gun. And you can only check how much ammo you have in this menu. It's one of the kind of cool limitations of these old survival horror games and how they worked that I think makes things a little more intense. I like it. We have a sink highlighted in red, though apparently nothing interesting in it. Another one of these, like, metal cage screen door. It's like they're a screen door with a chain link fence instead of a screen. And in addition, there's these cages over here. And there's some light ambience in the background. Another one right here, and one in the door to this room. Hello? Moths. There's moths here. Okay, that's fine. Someone just didn't take good care of this room. There are dead butterflies on the bed and ground. There's nothing else of interest here. There's also quite a variety of species. Maybe someone was keeping butterflies in this room, and then when this outbreak happened, all the butterflies just died. Makes most sense to me. I don't see there, but there is this hole in the wall. It's too dark to tell for sure, but I think there's something on the other side of the hole. Got the clock key. I don't know what caused him to freak out there, and frankly, I don't want to know. This is the apartment right next door, and, something's going on inside of it, causing green goop to appear. Oh, that's a cool detail. The moths fly to wherever you're aiming the flashlight, because they're attracted to light. That makes sense. Anything else here? Nothing inside the cage? Assume there were once bugs inside the cage. No, there are not. Red sink really isn't that interesting. Okay, that makes sense. Man, now I understand why someone covered apartment 201's door in concrete. Alright, turn you around. Every now and then I feel a little bit older, something. Turn around, riot. Am I the only one that thinks of that one commercial that played all the time when I was younger? I don't even remember what the commercial was about. I think it was just about, like, a candy bar, right? You're gonna snack at the vending machine, you would get a particular candy bar, and it made his day so much better. It was a guy in a workplace. And that's all I remember that song from. Okay, now that we have the clock key, it is officially time for us to begin solving this puzzle. So, there are basically two different hints you get. First of all, we have to use the key on the clock to open it. James does not use it automatically for some reason. And now we can change the hour hand and the minute hand. We cannot adjust the second hand, though. It is stuck at 15 seconds right there. Now, as I just said, we are given two hints towards this. There is this thing in the wall. You can see it's definitely resembling, those slashes in the wall definitely resemble the clock arrows. The question is, you know, which name goes with which one? You might have the answer already, but I think that is supposed to be hinted at in this book here. Fat, the tall, and the thin. Scott resting on 3/15. Not only does this indicate is this talking about the clock hand, but it's telling you what one of them is. Scott is resting on 15. Scott is the second hand. Mildred would then be the minute hand. Henry would be the hour hand. I like that. It's like a step above Resident Evil puzzles, but it's not that complicated. That is, unless you play on the riddle difficulty hard. Then any text, like the book in the other room, that describes a puzzle to you, will be written differently and be less obvious what the answer is. And the easy mode of the easy riddle difficulty naturally makes it easier to understand. So I'm gonna take a look at this real quick. So Mildred needs to be pointing up about towards like 1 or 2. And Henry needs to be pointing, it's like there. When you have a click, you can change it past that point, but you need to go to the spot where you hear a click. And now, try pushing the clock again. Here we go. The remake adds a lot of extra steps to that puzzle. There's like rooms marked with S, M, and H for each of the people, and you have to go inside there and do something. I can't remember what the details were, but that's one of the big trends with the remake, is that they just add a ton of stuff to the game. Not only is the apartment building a lot bigger, there's a lot more than just like this set of hallways. There's a whole set of hallways up here too, but all the puzzles are a lot more complicated. I guess not really more complicated, but they have a lot of extra steps. And I think that in some cases it's fine. Like, you could make the argument that maybe some puzzles are a little like underdeveloped in this original game, or some sections are a little underdeveloped. Personally though, I think that a lot of it is just needless bloat added to the remake, and that's one of the reasons why I'm not playing it. There are other reasons, though. I'll get into them as we go. but the areas we are about to head in do have fun stuff to talk about, so I'm probably going to have to save that for another time. We'll have plenty of time to talk about it, though. I know that for a fact. But yeah, just wanted to let you know, if you're playing the remake, that puzzle's a lot more involved. I think what the developers of the remake were going for is that they wanted to add, like, they wanted to make it a fresh experience even for Silent Hill 2 fans, while not necessarily making it so incredibly convoluted for new fans. And I think they accomplished that job decently. Mostly decently. Alright, here we have another stairwell. I will say, my opinions on the remake, I haven't played it myself, but I've watched around the first half of it, I want to say. I think it's really good, on the whole. I think the presentation is awesome. Graphics, of course, are beautiful. But I have a lot of minor quibbles with it, and for those little quibbles reasons, I'm choosing to play the original today and not the remake. But again, I'll talk more about this later. Here we have a new hallway. This is the 3rd floor, so let me just... Yes. I like to open the map to get myself familiar with where in the place this is. You know, so I can orient myself. Got static coming up. Lock is broken. Will one of these doors be unlocked so we don't have to fight this enemy yet? Yes, indeed, this one is. That seemed to work pretty well, surprisingly. Stealth horror games could learn a thing or two from James. Stealth horror game protagonists. I didn't mean stealth horror games in general. There's also a courtyard key inside this closet. So that thing there, you might recognize that, even if you haven't played the Silent Hill games, much less this one. That thing is known as Pyramid Head, and is perhaps the most famous character from the entire, or the most famous monster from the entire Silent Hill franchise. In fact, it's to the point that it's actually a playable killer in Dead by Daylight, a game that I used to play in the old days of my main channel. So I guess it's somewhat historically... I don't know what the phrase for that would be right now. I can't think of words at the moment. So instead, let's just point out that that thing was freaky as hell and move on. Hopefully it's not in the hallway outside. Well, it might not be, but something else sure is. Interesting, though, how James was very visibly afraid of that monster at first, even though he wasn't really afraid of these ones. Because I think he is afraid of these ones, but he clearly seems to think he can take them on. And also, I like the detail in that cutscene. He loads a new magazine into the pistol as an explanation for why none of your ammo gets used up. You know, you don't waste pistol ammo in the cutscene. It's very nice of the game to do that. Okay, this should be where this key is, right? Yes, this key that little girl kicked away from us. The fire escape key. That's important. Pretty sure. Just a normal washing machine. There's nothing of interest. Well, there is something of interest here. Handgun bullets. Doesn't seem to be anything of interest left in the room since James is no longer looking at the floor. Unfortunately, no way to open the iron bars from this side, but don't worry, we'll have our own experience with Dark Souls shortcuts later on in this game. You know, because Dark Souls has definitely released at the time Silent Hill 2 came out. It was only 10 years early. Alright, there's an enemy in this room. Okay, usually when you ready the weapon, James will automatically aim at whatever enemy is in the room, and then you can tell it's on the ground when he looks down. There we go. Kick it. But, you know, if you start aiming, if you ready the weapon and James hasn't locked onto it, he doesn't seem to lock onto enemies after that point. So I definitely recommend trying to press the ready button again. Hello, we got a painting here for some people. James has no comment on it. Doesn't care. His phone doesn't seem to work. That's a shame. I was hoping to call the police. Silent Hill Police Department, hello. You definitely exist, right? What does that say? Is that... That magazine says clock. That's Clock Magazine. What's all this stuff about clocks? James only has a limited amount of time to discover. Ooh. Okay, so... These paintings right here, they say, Travis painting serves something bored. Is this supposed to be here? Fire Guard Beard. Is this supposed to be here, or was this added in the Enhanced Edition mod? Is this like a leftover, a placeholder texture that they meant to work on later and then didn't? I don't know. Because it feels weird that it would... I don't know, its message is so weird, I can't imagine it was the original texture, but you never know, maybe it is. And by you never know, I mean I never know, because I don't know. Wash my hands after all the frickin' people I've killed. Monsters, monsters. Well, in the world of Undertale, that isn't any better, but... This isn't the world of Undertale, this is Silent Hill. Alright, okay, so you've seen everything here. There's 2 more rooms to try, as well as another stairwell. Lock broken. And covered in concrete. Awesome. So let's try this stairwell. Oh, it works. And it's a separate one from the first one. Oh, how am I on health, by the way? Oh, I'm fine. I couldn't remember if I actually got hurt in those battles, so... Can't open it, yeah. I couldn't imagine why. I mean, you could use your main swingy plank to try and get those out of the way. I get it, you're not Gordon Freeman. You don't have the experience at Black Mesa. This door's been blown off its hinges. Yeah, this is the very similar starting room, but I don't think it is the same. You can unlock the doors to outside from here, which can make traversing a little easier. Not that it's super necessary, though. There's blue X's drawn over some of those. I guess that's just graffiti. They graffitied specific people's lockers. How dare they? Alright, 105. 106. SCP-106. Hello there. At the end of this hallway, I got canned juice. A heavy 6-pack of expired canned juice. It was in the hallway of the first floor. Bloody apple. Oh yeah, we also have this key. Oh yeah, the fire escape key. Right, I should be able to access that now. So let's go back to the main entrance. Let's just ignore the canned juice for now, because I don't know what that's supposed to do. And go back to the main entrance. That is the way we went in first. So not only can we save the game, but I think this is where you have to use the courtyard key. Why does it feel like James is running a little faster down here? Okay, got this. Read. I read this paper! Ha 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 ha. Okay. Moving on. Indeed, use the courtyard key. So this does not take you to apartment rooms, it takes you to the courtyard. Kind of weird, but I like it. How many apartment buildings actually have courtyards? I know the apartment building my sister's staying in does not. That's because it's cheap. Okay. Apartment buildings that have courtyards are probably worth fucking $5,000 a second. Got more enemies out here. Not a big surprise. Not big a surprise. Yeah, that's how you say words. Whoa, camera. All right. For some reason, every time I say camera, it sounds like I'm starting to say Cameron, like the name. All right, we got 3 guys down here. We can drop into the pool from here. James will be stunned upon landing, though, so watch out. Take care not to drop in, you know, like right next to the enemies. Okay, knock you down, kick you. Now I open the menu and reload, because that is way better than running out of ammo while shooting them. Okay, yeah, separate you both, and then we... No! You stupid... Run away from me. Get back. Got you. And you're last. Bonk. Okay. Now we reload before we forget, and we have a little drink to calm down. I know, I'm like healing myself up at the first sign of any trouble, but it's how this works. Got a coin. Snake. Large coin imprinted with a snake. I found it in that pool with no water. That's right, this pool is empty. This pool is drained. I guess it's not being in use right now. What does that say outside of it? Does that say anything? Tohiko Pinta... yeah, I know. That's some other freaking language with its own letters that I don't know how to pronounce, so I'm just gonna stop trying there. Something ancient, though. At least it looks that way. If it's not actually ancient, forgive me. I'm just a gamer, I'm not a historian. Gate. Can't open. Makes sense. Just looking for items, you know. Are there any collectibles out here? Oh my god, wait. Do those signs say, yeah, it says keep off the grass. James is actually following those rules really well. He does not want to walk on the grass at all. James really is a kind-hearted soul. Pow, pow, pow. Kick. Oh yeah, I should probably say, just in case this gets some comments, please don't spoil this game for anyone who might be new to the series watching this. In case people exist, please do not spoil this game in the comments. I appreciate it. I would appreciate it. To hell! Apparently this door exits out to hell. If hell is a wooden plank that covers the window, then yeah, I would agree. That said, I think that message is... Yeah, that message is also written here. To hell! You've got it. This is what hell looks like, apparently, according to the people of Silent Hill. This door doesn't exist anymore. To call that a door is a bit of a stretch. This door exists, but can't be opened, for obvious reasons. And this door has enemies within, okay. Lock is broken. Just fought that battle completely off screen. Because I'm so good at this game. There's nothing inside. I was looking at the book. A sightseeing brochure for the town is lying here. Welcome to Silent Hill. Silent Hill, a quiet little lakeside resort town. We're happy to have you. Take some time out of your busy schedules and enjoy a nice, restful vacation here. Row after row of quaint old houses, a gorgeous mountain landscape, and a lake which shows different sides of its beauty with the passing of the day from sunrise to late afternoons to sunset. Silent Hill will move you and fill you with a feeling of deep peace. I hope your time here will be pleasant and your memories will last forever. Oh, they certainly will after this. I like how they say, like, what was the exact wording? 1 second. Shows different sides of its beauty with the passing of the day. Wow, time passes on the lake? I never thought I would see an area where, like, the day moves and the sun sets. Sorry, I like being snarky at everything, even in real life. Alright, that's everything this room seems to have. Doesn't seem to have a key or anything. Did it have a key? I don't know. I guess not. Oh, I am hurt. Let me use an entire first aid kit on it for no reason. Okay, let's get back out of here. There ain't nothing to see. This way first, because there's a door. Ah, now it's unlocked. I think this is the northern stairwell. Yes, it is. There are 3 different stairwells. That's how big this place is. Okay, what rooms haven't we been to? Okay, we haven't been to room 101, so let's go check that out. Are we gonna learn something there? Perhaps. Oh. Right. warning, there's gonna be a lot of vomiting for the next 3 minutes as we try to find who's making the noise. Just brace yourself, or even skip past if you prefer. Yeah, oh man. I usually get grossed out by many things in this game, but this is certainly one of them. What the? Who could have done this? There's some guy dead in that fridge. Preserving the body, I guess? And yeah, this is about the reaction normal people would have after seeing that.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Do what?
I didn't do anything. I swear. He was like this when I got here.
My name's James. James Sunderland.
Eddie.
Eddie. Who's that dead guy in the kitchen?
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't kill anybody.
You're not friends with that red pyramid thing, are you?
Red pyramid thing? I don't know what you're talking about. Honest. But I did see some weird looking monsters. They scared the hell out of me, so I ran in here.
Well, I guess this place isn't too safe either. What happened here anyway?
I told you, I don't know. I'm not even from this town. I just...
You too, huh? Something just brought you here, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, whatever it is, I think you better get out of here soon.
Yeah, you're right. What about you?
I'll leave as soon as I'm done here. Eddie, be careful.
James, you be careful too.
Well, that was the strangest conversation of all time. But I guess that's kind of the point. The voice acting in this game is meant to be a little off-putting, and that's why it's been so somewhat awkward up to this point, and continuing past this point. Isn't there something else you can do in here? Like, you can talk to him again if you really want, but you can also go into here, yes. And there are a bunch of posters of football people on the wall. A journal, can't read that. Wall's covered with football posters and meaningless graffiti. Couldn't care less about either of them. Get! That's all you say. For everything. Alright, have anything more to say?
Eddie, are you okay?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, am I moving? I didn't realize. I thought that was still the cutscene. Now you finally ask if he's okay. Alright, he's clearly not. I don't know why I came in here. There doesn't seem to be an important item. Well, if nothing else, I do have, the fire escape key, so we can still go unlock something. In fact, I'm pretty sure that is on the second floor, and you can access other floors. Zoom out, and then there we go, there's second floor. That little door on the far left there, past 201, that's our next goal, so let's make our way back there. At least I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm not missing anything out here. It would be a shame if I was. If I was, there's always a backtrack option. Alright, let's save the game, so I never have to hear that vomiting ever again. Thankfully, no more vomiting for the rest of the game. We've been saved. It's right here, where the fire escape is, so... What was that in the wall? Alright. Probably a little graphical bug. Nothing to concern yourself over. It's not a monster at all. Nothing like that. Of course it wouldn't be. Okay. I guess this is the fire escape. That makes sense. There's no fire escape outside the door. Maybe they knocked it down when they built the building next door? I think I can get into the building next door if I go through the window in front of me. Yeah, I think you can as well. How about you do it? Alright, climbing through the window. This is a different apartment building than the one we were just in. We don't even have the map of the area. But if we... There we go. No, wait. Wait a second. Wait a second. Where... How the fuck does this map work? Yeah, this is the Blue Creek Apartments right next door to Woodside. They're competitors. They're like staring each other down all the time. There's an old broken down bed here. This place is considerably worse looking than the other place was. And the other place already wasn't looking great. Woodside already wasn't looking great, but this place is even worse somehow. Looks like there's something stuck inside the toilet. Will you take it out? Oh, these horror games. They love grossing us out. Okay, James, wash your freaking hands after that. It looks like a wallet. There's some kind of memo in it. 05, 06, 15, 04. That's actually a different code from my first playthrough, so they do change the codes around. That's good to know. Oh, it's just the same thing. Cool. Any memo, as they're officially known as, is stored in the inventory screen under, you guessed it, memo. So you can, oh, right, all of those notes outside. So you can review it at any time. This is giving us a code as well as the directions. Right, left, right. And that is because it is used on this safe right here, which has one of those dial locks. So let me take a look at the numbers real quick. I don't know what's with this music. I'm just gonna ignore it and hope it's fine. 5, 6, 15, 4. 5, 6, 15, 4. I don't remember codes very easily, so I have to do it this way. 5, 6, 15, 4. So you start on 5, then make our way to 6, turning right. Make our way to 15, turning left. Make our way to 4, turning right. That opens it. Doesn't matter what direction you turn for the first one, I don't think. Handgun bullets, that's your reward for it. There's nothing required in there, it's just extra bullets. Now we have, how many? 87! Already! 87 bullets. That is how many bullets you get in this game. This isn't a Resident Evil game where you actually have to worry about the bullets you have. No, you don't have to worry in Silent Hill. Silent Hill is happy to give you all the ammo you ever need. Pizza? I could go for a pizza right about now. Hi. No, for a fact, James couldn't, though. James has more important things to do right now, like killing this enemy. Ooh, there's puddles on the floor. I forgot about that. This place is all water damaged. And yet, there's no clear source for all the water. I guess just in the process of whatever apocalypse took place here, all the water got destroyed. Or, I'm sorry, I mean, the water pipes burst. Something like that. Also, it is funny how Eddie back there, he did say his name, right? Yeah, Eddie. Seemingly... Oh, there is something I missed. I just remembered from the previous apartments. Well, I'm gonna have to backtrack here really soon. Whatever, we'll keep going into this place a little bit first. Eddie didn't seem to have anything to say about the monsters. Well, he did mention that there were monsters, but he said the red pyramid thing. The big pyramid guy we saw, he didn't know what we were talking about, so that's interesting. Dear Tim, I have to run an errand, so I'm going out. I left the house key with Uncle David. You know where he lives, don't you? The key is in the room near the first floor staircase. I'll be back as soon as I can, so please watch the place while I'm gone. Okay. I'm gonna... You ain't slick, I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna explore the rest of this hallway, and then I'm gonna make my way back to the thing I missed before I change floors. Oh, got you. Okay, good. I can help, don't worry. Actually, no, you're on the other side. Can't you unlock this? There should be a lock on the other side, maybe. Well, the game didn't say it's locked from the other side, but it's fine. That's a cool little scare, though. I like that. I like when games have stuff like that. And it is really cool to play this game and see the influence it has had on horror games for, like, basically the rest of time. I still don't have a map of this area. Okay, I just have to remember which one of these doors works. Okay, it's this one. Cool. So I gotta get back here. James still hasn't washed his hands, by the way. Can I just say that? He's just like any other guy, isn't he? Alright, let's go through here. Back in Woodside, should be something... I think the room we need is right here. On the second floor. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, the Blue Creek apartments had all that ambience going on. It's pretty cool. Remember this? There's trash stuck here. And we need to find some kind of heavy object to dislodge it. Oh, he found this! This is the heavy object you need! Sometimes Silent Hill puzzles can be really bizarre, and I like it. You find a box of canned fruit juice, and your goal is not to carry it with you as a healing item, but to drop it on garbage so you could go retrieve it. It's really funny. I don't get it. Or no, I do kind of get it. It's a silly little break from the usual horror. I appreciate it. Now if we check this out. Garbage bag is torn and the contents are strewn all over. I got a coin, old man. SCP-106 really is here, isn't he? What's this? Some gossip magazine, eh? The police announced today that Walter Sullivan, who was arrested on the 18th of this month for the brutal murder of Billy Locane and his sister Miriam, committed suicide in his jail cell early on the morning of the 22nd. According to the police statement, Sullivan used a soup spoon to stab himself in the neck, severing his carotid artery. Very sorry, medical people. I don't know how to pronounce that. By the time the guard discovered him, Sullivan was dead from blood loss. The boon. I'm doing a great job. The spoon buried 2 inches in his neck. I should never be a news anchor. An old schoolmate of Walter Sullivan's from his hometown of Pleasant River said he didn't look like the type of guy who would kill kids. Neither do most murderers, though. But I do remember that before they arrested him, he was blurting out all sorts of strange stuff like, "He's trying to kill me. He's trying to punish me. The monster, the red devil. Forgive me. I did it, but it wasn't me." The schoolmate then added, "I guess now that I think of it, he was kind of crazy." Are newspapers allowed to include gruesome details like that? That newspaper tells you exactly how Walter Sullivan killed himself. Are newspapers actually allowed to include that information? Because that seems kind of wrong to me to include. I guess there's nothing, like, illegal about it, but imagine having your morning breakfast and then reading the newspaper alongside. Can I skip this? Yes, I can, with escape. And then the newspaper's talking about the freaking gruesome details of someone's death. Then you wouldn't eat for the next 6 hours. I feel like they shouldn't be allowed, if that is the case. If they are actually allowed to include those details. Okay, first things first, we are finding a map. I think there is a stairwell door right here. Let's take it. Have we been to the laundromat area? I don't think it's laundromat, but it's like laundry room. I think we have. Got some jams in here, wow. I don't really get what's so scary about that particular laundry room, but apparently the game hates it. Fine, game. We'll go this way if you really want me to. Yes! Blue Creek Apartments map. Blue Creek Apartments is a lot smaller than Woodside. That is, it's just like straight long hallways on every single floor. Oh, and we now have the map like alongside the Woodside Apartments. That's cool. Yeah, we got that one locked door up there. Looks like the lock is broken. Can't open it. Why would a chain-link fence door like this exist in an apartment building? This is very strange. All of this is very strange. I don't need to point that out, though. It's freaking obvious. Nothing in the lockers. Can't open it. I think that's another message that indicates you can never open the door. Okay, we apparently have a spider in this room with us. Or a bug. Insect. Ah, it's right there. I think the music was warning me to it, actually. James does look down at it, doesn't he? I'd like to kill it, get it out of our way, but I have to wait for the right time, I guess. Pick up the first aid kit that's in here. We're gonna need it after that bug bite. You know how ferocious those bugs are? Someone spray painted the instructions off that wall. I guess they didn't think the instructions were very important. Do you get fuck you. Shut up. Oh, peace and serenity. Sure. I needed an entire first aid kit for that. I probably didn't, but I was just being safe. Ah! This is an item exclusive to New Game Plus, and I'm not really supposed to have it. Be right back. Alright, I am back. I had to play a little section, and this time I killed the bug a lot easier, so I have one more first aid kit than I'm supposed to. Sorry about the New Game Plus stuff. I don't know what to do about it, because it seems like I can only play New Game Plus from this point onwards, which I think is a little dumb, but it's fine. As long as you can ignore it, it's fine. There's nothing in the bookshelf that looks like it would be of any use. And then we have this. There's something written on the desk. 3 bright coins in 5 holes be. At one end sits the seducer of she. The wind from behind the woman doth play. The formless one null lies furthest from they. The old one beside the serpent sits not. 'Tis to the prisoner's left that he doth rot. I think it should be 'tis the prisoner's left that he doth rot for the best rhythm, but whatever. There is a line of 5 1-inch round depressions set into the table. Slots for coins. Now, it says 3 bright coins in 5 holes. We have 2 coins, so we're just gonna come back to that later. We gotta find a 3rd coin before we can do anything else here. Then we can follow that riddle and see if we can solve it. Oh hey, red paper right here. I actually didn't know this was here, funnily enough. I'm close to 2 hours already. 2 hours of playtime, I mean. Oh, the cockroach is back. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, turn. Oh, hi. I can see where the music's getting more intense. Yeah, I'd rather go in here first. We have handgun bullets. A very destroyed home, as usual. A stuffed animal. Probably belonged to the kid that used to live here. Kitchen? Welcome to my kitchen. We have bananas and avocados. That jar is not something you could pick up.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, I'm James.
Angela.
Angela, okay. I don't know what you're planning, but there's always another way.
Really? But you're the same as me. It's easier just to run. Besides, is what we deserve.
No, I'm not like you.
Are you afraid? I'm sorry.
It's okay. Did you find your mother?
Not yet. She's not anywhere.
Did she live in this apartment building?
I don't know.
So, all you know is she lived in this town.
What did you say? How do you know that?
Well, I just figured, 'cause this is where you're looking for her. How else would I know?
Yeah.
Am I right?
I'm so tired.
So, why did you come to this town anyway?
I'm sorry. Did you find the person you're looking for?
Not yet. Her name's Mary. She's my wife.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, she's dead. I don't know why I think she's here.
She's dead?
Don't worry. I'm not crazy. At least, I don't think so.
I've find my mama.
Should I go with you? This town's dangerous. Now I know what you meant back there in the cemetery.
I'll be okay by myself. Besides, I'd just slow you down.
What about that?
Will you hold it for me?
Sure. No problem.
If I kept it, I'm not sure what I might do. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel bad. Please don't.
Here's our knife. I don't plan on using this as a weapon, so you can't equip it, but we have it. We'll hold on to it. Next to it is the coin for the prisoner. A map of the United States. There's nothing of particular interest about it. At least you can memorize the state capitals in case you're randomly quizzed on that. You never know. With the puzzles in this game, you never know what they might ask of you. Magazines on the floor, nothing unusual here. Yeah, sometimes I won't have much of a comment on the cutscenes. Sorry about that. I think, honestly, because I don't have much to say, it's better if I just go quiet, let them speak for themselves. Let you come to your own conclusions about them. So, that's how I'm going to be handling things this playthrough. Hi, I forgot about you. How come Angela doesn't have to deal with you? 1 second. Can we eradicate all insects from planet Earth? My god. This fucking thing's about to kill me, I swear to god. Oh my god, Jesus! Die! Something's chasing me right now. Something's coming after me. Yeah, it's the mannequin legs creature. Come on. There you go. Kick you down. The music disappears with it, so the music is also an indicator of enemies in addition to normal stuff. Well, at least the bug doesn't deal much damage. There we go. Order has been restored. I've used the medkit up again. Check the map. What else haven't we seen? Okay, 107 and 108 are unaccounted for. And now they're accounted for. Just like that. Yay! Alright. So we have the 3 coins now. We can't go to the 3rd floor of the apartments, but we can put the coins into the slots down here. Wait. There's still more rooms I haven't looked at. Bam. Last one? Ah, okay. I mean, I don't know why I'm sad about it. This video has gone on for over an hour now, so I would like to end it soon, and I'm gonna be able to. Since we have all the 3 coins for this thing, we can try and figure out this puzzle. This is probably one of the harder puzzles in the game, especially early on. Just because, you know, the riddle itself doesn't give super clear info on where each coin should go. Because you not only have to insert the coins, but you have to insert them in specific spots. I'm pretty sure I do remember the where you should put the things, though. So, I think the idea is the woman is also a prisoner. And then there's the old man, and then there's a snake. And then there's the formless one, Null. Beside the serpent sits not, 'tis to the prisoner's left. So I think, in order to put coin in, you have to select it from your inventory and use it. Which will then let you select a hole. I think she's in the center. Oops. Okay, you can take out a coin if you interacted with it like that, but that's not what I meant. The serpent is on one end. I think it mentions that, right? I actually kind of want to read the memo again, just to be clear about this. Just to... Nope, that's not right. Nope, no, 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 no. This one. At one end sits the seducer of she. I assume that's the snake. I don't know who else it would be. Is it the old man? I don't know. The wind from behind the woman, so I think that's to indicate that there's a space around her in the center. There's nothing that tells you explicitly she's in the center, but it's just something I kind of have to guess. And then the foremost one, null. Foremost one is nothing. At the other end of the thing is nothing, which means that the old man coin should not go on the left end. It should go... I didn't mean to do that. There we go. It should go one space to the left of the woman. And that's the answer. There we go. The Lynn House key. Very cool. All right. Let me reload this. Lynn. Sorry, just reminding myself of why we're here. Sometimes, you know, it's good to remember what you're doing all this for. Pow. Alright. Let's get to the second floor, which is where that locked door was. That's not the stairs. Nope, that's not the stairs. This is the stairs. Sorry, I know my controlling of James can be a little jumbled sometimes, but not only is that because I'm using keyboard controls, I know, heresy, but because, you know, I'm not super... Every time the camera changes, I never really expect it. Okay. Use the Lynn House key. What we got in here? I hated that. Please never do that again. That shit is the scariest part of this game for me. I never expect it. Every time it happens, it's freaky. Someone whispering in your ear, and it's changing sides as if they're moving around you. Oh, that's so creepy. I love it, though. Here we got a great view of Silent Hill. Great view of the mist. Like the cafe. Handgun bullets. A key on the bed. I'll have to get to the other side to read it. I also see the red paper on the wall. The apartment stairway key. There's also a note there, right? Right? There's a note there, right? There's a note there, right? There's a note there, right? There's a note there. I guess you can't read it. Yeah, just ignore the note, I guess. Alright, moving on. Note's not important. There's a space where a painting should go over here, which shows that some people have done some undecorating. Nothing looks to be of any use. Yeah, especially not the note on the bed. Looks like the lock is broken. Can't open it. There's a closet here. Oh, wait, both of these are locked? Oh, this is a total dead-end room? Oh, okay, good to know. Well, we got the stairway key, so let's go there. It's at the end of this hallway. I don't think there was a door on the bottom floor, but I guess we'll find out when we step inside. Well, we are the witnesses to a horrific crime carried out by this monster. Pyramid Head now attacks us. Beware! If you get hit by it, it deals a crap ton of damage, and I hear even instant kills you one of his attacks does, so oh god. Gonna stay out of range. Unfortunately, shooting him, he's got that big thing on his head, and it's made of metal, so yeah, not very easy to get around. Okay, good, good. In fact, I'm not even sure shooting him does anything. This is definitely the most hardy monster we've seen so far. Makes sense why James is afraid of it. It also could be he's afraid of it because he has an innate sense of what it can do. Alright, okay. Plug that in. Plug that in, yeah. I don't think I've ever heard reloading a gun being described like that before. I just made a new phrase. Okay, it does seemingly open itself up very much for attacks, but can't really shoot its back. Every time you shoot it, it just makes that metal sound, which sounds to me like the shot didn't go anywhere. Not sure if that's true or not. Yeah, I think that overhead slam will instant kill you if you get hit by it. I haven't actually ever died in this game, and I don't plan on starting now. Oh god. Whether or not this is working, I'm gonna try anyway. I have the bullets. I can spare them. Oh god. Why is he going so slow? Now you're moving fast. Now I'm far away from you. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, see, I shot him in the back there, and still made this metal sound. Oh, God. Where's that? Here. I got a different idea. Let's bonk. Let's bonk him. Oh, no. Bonk. Yeah, how's it feel? You're not the only one who can swing big things around. I know this thing isn't big, but it's the best I have. Oh, I should have got behind him. Ah, yeah, I missed my chance. Perfect. Thunk. I like the thunk sound whenever you hit him with a melee weapon. It's weirdly funny to me. Thunk. Thunk. Sounds like you're smacking the back of... Whoa. Yeah, so now we're red and flashy in the menu. That's not a good thing. Let's heal that. Let's fix that up. Bonk! It's just... I don't know why it's so funny to me. You can see the staircase here... That didn't hit me good. The staircase here goes down into water. The whole stairwell is flooded, so there is literally no escape. Pretty sure this door is locked. Yeah, this door locked behind us. There is no escape from this thing. We have to contend with it. As best we can. Okay, there's that. Bonk! Whoa! Oh! It looked like he was trying to slap me. On the butt. Oh, Jesus. Oh, hey. You hear that? Sirens have started up. And in response, Pyramid Head stops attacking you. He descends into the flooded waters. I think there's a camera angle you can get. Yeah, right here. Well, I sure hope you have spare oxygen tanks in that thing. What? I like looking out for my enemies. It's what makes me a rockin' dude. Like Earthbound, I guess. Hey. Hey, buddy. You alright? He did something nasty to you. You still okay after that? Nah, it's very dead. Okay. Well then. I guess let's just descend the middle stairs. The handrails are made of pipes. I guess that works. I have seen some stairs that do things that way. It's not that weird. Well, that was something... I messed that up. I was trying to say something like, well, that was certainly something. And then I tried to say 3 other things at once, and that's the result. Nothing else to do but exit out the back door of the apartments. I'm good on health, right? Yeah. Pretty good on health items, too. I'd like to re-equip my gun, though. And reload it. There we go. Step down the stairs. That thing felt invincible. Let's hope we never have to contend with it again. And you know, it's doing nasty things to the enemies. They might be monsters, but even they deserve better than that. Alright, upon the sighting of the first red paper, I'm going to call it here for the video. But I don't know where the first red paper is, so... Might be a while before that happens. Either way, it will happen, and once it does happen, we'll be done. Turn the cam. There we go. Okay, since we're back out in Silent Hill, a lot of these doors can't be interacted with. Them's the rules.
You! It was you, wasn't it? You're the one who stepped on my hand.
I don't know. Maybe I did.
What's a little girl like you doing here anyway?
Huh? Are you blind or something?
What's that letter?
None of your business. You didn't love Mary anyway.
Wait! How do you know Mary's name?
Huh. I guess we'll have to find that out later. Just normal wall. The graffiti looks like it was done by a because it was. Did you not see the child sitting right next to her hard work? You will respect her drawings, James. Anyway. Stairway here. I think there's just bullets at the top, if I remember. Yep. I remember things about games way too clearly. There's no room in the rest of my head for anything else but random useless video game knowledge. Is there gonna be any red paper? Oh. So this is that park. Mary, are you here? You know what? I'm gonna break my rule and use the pause menu save! Haha! Cliffhanger time! We made it to Rosewater Park at last on the map. Next time on Silent Hill 2, we're gonna search the park for Mary. Thank you all for watching, if you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future.